Are you considering reinventing yourself? I would like to share 7 tools for reinventing that have been essential for me and I hope will help you out. This is Reinventing You, where you can follow my journey to reinvent myself. My name is Amelia Sims and I post on different themes and ideas and stories from my journey twice a week on Tuesdays and Sundays. If this is something that interests you, I invite you to subscribe, and don't forget you can always share my vlog and these videos with folks that you think are going through a reinventioning process. Now, if you are thinking about reinventing yourself, or you know somebody who is reinventing themselves in a certain area of their lives, whether it's relationships or jobs or appearance or whatever it is, this is my essential list of 7 tools that I think are important because they've been important for me. These are the things that I find to be essential. The first thing is determination. You have got to say, I am going to reinvent myself. And you've got to have a reason why. You can't just say haphazardly, I need to reinvent myself. But you've got to have some specific reasons why you're doing that. So if you're determined, then you're going to have that statement, I'm going to reinvent myself because ... And I have a link above that you can see some of the reasons that I had for reinventing myself. The second tool is you got to have a coach. When I first started, I knew that this was something that I needed to have because I read a book that was about reinventioning, and I said, okay, I've got to have a coach, and I ended up with one of the co-authors of the book as my coach for reinventing. Right now we're meeting about by phone about every other month. It's been very helpful in my process. So the second tool is you got to have a coach. The third thing is something that we all have, our past. Now you got to let it go. You cannot let your past define you or determine your future. You may have lessons you've learned in your past or things that you need to work through in forgiving yourself or others, or ask for others' forgiveness, but then you've got to let it go. The fourth thing is dreams. In order to be reinventing yourself, you've got to have dreams. And you might say, well, I don't really have dreams, but think of it this way. You've got to have dreams or desires. You need to be brainstorming. You need to be thinking out of the box. You need to get rid of the box altogether. Whatever really motivates you. What are some of the things that you thought about in the past, but you've dismissed them for one reason or another? Those are the kinds of things that I'm talking about. You've got to have some kind of dream or direction. Otherwise, you're just floundering around. Now, maybe you're not really sure about what your desires are, and maybe you need to ask other people, what do you see in me? Or what do you think my dreams are? Or what have you heard me say my desires are in my life? And they may be able to point you in the correct direction. A lot of times we are kind of blindsided or blinded by the things that really mean the most to us. The fifth important tool for reinventing is to have a mentor or mentors. Now, your mentor or mentors can be virtual or they can be real. They can be somebody that you know and you get in touch with and ask for some advice or direction, or just simply observe them in action. Or somebody who has reinvented themselves, maybe they are not going in the direction you're headed, but they just want to see how they've gone through their process. That is your mentor, and it's very essential you have somebody like that because it kind of gives you some hope that things are going to turn out, and even if there are mistakes made along the way, that things will turn out well in the end. Now, taking all of these things together, you've got a coach, you're determined, you know why you're reinventing yourself, you have a mentor, you have some dreams or desires, you've got a past, but you've let it go. Now you need to put all those together and make some kind of plan or roadmap. At this point, you may not know where you're going, but you might have some goals. For instance, I have retired or in the process of retiring, and in a couple of weeks I'll be officially retired. So that July 1st date for me is really important. That's part of my plan. Now, I know that I'm not going to rush out and try to change everything about my life on July 1st. I'm taking some time, 3 months, to do some traveling and some thinking and considering just kind of living in this new life. So you have all these different things, but then you've got to have some map and plan. And as things become clearer, my map will also become more in focus. The seventh essential tool for reinventing is not something that you can just pick up off the shelf or on YouTube. It's courage. Now, courage is not the absence of fear, but it's what keeps you going even in the face of failure. A lot of people say, oh, you need motivation. Well, you got to have determination. You got to say, yes, this is why I'm reinventing myself and I'm going to do it. But what happens when things fall apart? What happens when you head down one road, you have this plan and it just doesn't work out, or you realize that this is really not who I'm supposed to be? Then you have to have the courage to face the fact that this is the situation, this is what I need to do to get out of it and turn in another direction. Now, it may be scary, and so you got to have courage to do those things that you have not done them because they've been something that you've been afraid of doing. So the seventh tool has got to be courage. It's what's going to get you out of bed in the morning. It's what's going to keep you going no matter what. It's what's keeping me going in my reinventing journey. I would love it if you would share this video with those that you think would appreciate these tools for reinventing. Maybe they're in the reinventing process, or they're just considering there's some change that's happening in their lives and you think this would be a great vlog for them. And if you are already watching, please subscribe. I would love to add you to the tribe and my support group that's helping me and following me in my journey, keeping me accountable. And I hope that these tools are helpful for you in some way. My name is Amelia Sims. I'm going on a reinventing journey. I'm taking these 7 tools with me. I hope that you will join me either on next Sunday or next Tuesday when I post a new video. Have a great one.